Klontz and Michael Render. Michael Render was a graduate of Harper High School, and Denise Klontz was a graduate of Frederick Douglass High School. Thank God, because they were teenage parents, they did not raise me. My grandparents raised me. So one of the first things I learned is that young people really shouldn't have children too young. My grandmother reminded me very often. My parents were teenage parents. My father went on to serve as Atlanta City Police Officer for a number of years before he went on to Atlanta Gas Light. My mother went on to start some businesses. My mother was a total artist and creative, which means she liked drugs and wine and partying and all the cool stuff that she got to do after work. So I was raised by my grandparents, these tremendously wise old people. My grandmother was 44, my grandfather was 54, and they dedicated their lives to raising me and two of my 5 sisters, 3 by my father, 2 by my mother. So us three were raised by grandparents. We were raised in the Collier Heights, Adamsville community. And our aunts lived here, and our uncles lived here, and everybody pretty much lived on the west side or southwest Atlanta. And if you're from a country family, black or white at all, you realize that pretty much everybody raises you. So I spent as much time in the West End as I spent in Collier Heights and Adamsville, and I remember this building when it was destitute, when it was over. I remember what my grandfather told me this area used to be when it was full of livelihood and industry. So personally, I'm very happy to see this injection of energy and ideas come back to this neighborhood. Yeah, shouts out to Mike for that. I remember coming to the MARTA station as a kid here. You would come to the West End station, you'd ride the bus down the stream of wheels, and you'd go skate and party and dance, and then you get back on the bus. All at the same time trying to avoid getting your Jordans taken off your feet and hoping you make it back home. I'm a product of the 80s and 90s in Atlanta, and it was an interesting time. I grew up just as the Atlanta child murders were ending, so children we had to be in the house when the lights came on, right? I was a part of that generation that first started kind of venturing out to say, no, I want to get on the train, I want to ride, I want to see other things, I want to get the other neighborhoods. So my generation, if you're between, I would say, probably about 35 and up, what you were trying to do in your childhood was kind of get outside of your comfort zone of what was safe and expand. So I spent my life riding the trains when I wasn't supposed to be, coming to places I wasn't supposed to go, and discovering this wonderful city. And what I learned the more I traveled, whether it was Cabbagetown or Kirkwood, where my other grandmother lived, or Decatur, where my mother lived, it was that we're all interconnected. And if we cooperate, this city creates some amazing people. Atlanta is the reason that I don't hold racism and bigotry dear to my heart, because I was able to diversify my friendships very early. The music scene in Atlanta brought all types of kids together, whether we were dancing together at Graffiti's, the old little club they used to have, and Six Flags, or if we were meeting up at 559 or colleges would have these parties in the wrong through a party of entertainment and artistic atmosphere, including the athletes, which were Dominique Wilkins and Deion Sanders, and then the entertainment community, whether it was Too Short, MC Reed, and even Tupac, all of it created this wild city, minus all the drugs and death. It became Studio 54 and people who weren't alike partied together. And out of that came these very interesting relationships. So as a kid who's grown up here, I grew up in a mixed class community. I grew up in an all-black community called Collier Heights. But I grew up with really, really working class black people, the ones who were raising me, and then really, really rich black people, like Herman Russell. They lived a few streets behind me. So what I got a chance to understand very early on was that my attitude really was going to determine my attitude, right? So because I went to school with a diverse economic base, our schools are great. I went to Collier Heights Elementary School, I went to Frederick Douglass High School, later I went on to Morehouse College. And I was able to do these things because the people who looked like me, who had more money, weren't afraid to live next to me, right? I was able to do these things because people with money weren't afraid to live in the city. I got better city services because I grew up in these little A-frame houses that were essentially bordered to the big houses, but the services were available for everyone. So I didn't have the opportunity to develop the victimhood mentality of that everything is happening to me and I can't control it. I learned that doing things in terms of soft skills, like showing up on on time, being respectful, interview skills could get me further. I learned that good grades got me further. I talked about in a recent interview how Ted Turner had personally affected my life, because at that time, the Braves were not the perennial powerhouses we've come on to be. We were a team with one of the best major league hitters in baseball, in Dale Murphy, and that was about all we had, him and Bob Horner. We could never make the playoffs, it seemed, but he gave kids who got A's and B's free tickets. I wanted to go to the Braves games because my grandparents love baseball. Because I was able to get good tickets, I was able to go to those games. I told that story, and within 3 days, Ted Turner had sent word that he wanted to speak to me. That's the power of the connectivity of Atlanta. You know, when you grow up as a child, you never think to yourself, at Frederick Douglass High School. Frederick Douglass was the most photographed person in the 19th century, right? Which means essentially he was Barack Obama before we had Barack Obama. You never think that what they instill in you, see, it wasn't the mandatory testing. It wasn't these are the classes you have to take. It was that we got there in 8th grade and they gave you his autobiography and said, well, you're responsible to read this. And you would say, well, this isn't the core syllabus. And they say, silly child, read it or you don't get promoted. And you start to learn that overcoming obstacles is just sheerly a part of life. So whether it was him escaping slavery, enduring the aftermath of that, and going on to become one of the perennial leaders of this country, I understood very early that my imagination and my attitude and aptitude could get me out of where I was. And where I was not bad. I was not in the projects. I did not have a story of hopelessness and despair. My grandparents raised chubby little children. They took good care of us. We could read, we went to the library, but I was not satisfied with simply being that. The Omni was 5 miles from my house. Downtown was 6 miles from my house. I saw all of these people who were successful, who looked like me, partnering with people who didn't look like us in an atmosphere that was equality, in an atmosphere that drove the progress of my city forward, and that's what I wanted to be a part of. Now, I didn't understand how I was going to get there, but Atlanta let me know the possibility was there. Atlanta has produced a mayor that I once knew as just a fierce entertainment lawyer. I thought this man was going to be the Johnny Cochran of entertainment law. And I remember him popping up saying, well, I'm going to run for mayor. And I was like, no! and the next thing you know, there's someone in that office that not only understands the importance of law and civics and politics, but that understands the importance of an entertainment and art class, right? And out of that, my dream to become something more was even more fulfilled because someone else saw the connectivity between entertainment and industry in Atlanta. And we've been pushed forward and propelled, whether it's Hartsfield, whether it's Kasim or Andy, we've been pushed forward by people who believe that a dream is possible. Now, I don't mean a dream that's not really achievable, that's just kind of abstract in everyone's mind. I mean a dream where people work cooperatively. I believe that it's because of my teachers telling me that as a black child in Atlanta who went to a black school named for a black man, I had a responsibility to my community and the greater community to be the best possible version of myself out there, right? I learned from my grandmother's church that in order to call yourself a Christian or Holy Roll or whatever they were, you had to be the best human being to the next other human being that you could possibly be. So it's these lessons in Atlanta. Getting on that MARTA train, having to go see a girl in Decatur means you had to negotiate your way through her neighborhood. And that taught me that you have to get outside your comfort zone and meet people who you don't know. And all of those lessons I picked up through childhood, whether it was sneaking downtown to go to the gold mine in the Omni and play games when I was supposed to be in church, you know, these things help me better navigate as an adult. And what I want to see in this city is I would like to see places like the SwitchYard continue to be environments where that can happen, where you can interact with people who don't look like you, who are not economically where you're from, who may not have the same religious beliefs or background, but you guys, in the name of the A, can make this place a place that replicates the success of the 2 human beings that are before you. And not only for people who look like us, but for people who look like the people in this room. We have an opportunity, unlike some cities that have passed their tipping point, to be a place where people who are working class can live right next to people who are more affluent than them. And everyone can benefit from an education system. Those children can go on to progress in artistic and IP-based culture in terms of intellectual property, and we can control that. And at first, I used to think only government controlled it, right? And I had a conversation with Andy Young, and he started telling me about how bars, tax incentives had, like, if and grandchildren were going to have the same thing. And part of that sacrifice is progression. And part of that progression is having outside money come in and fertilize a new wave and new soil. And part of that is me as an African American making sure that I'm there at the table, that I'm representing, but not only representing in the public sector, but in the private sector. I have an interest in making sure that you guys do good business. I have an interest in making sure that in Atlanta, we become a model for how to support quote-unquote black or local business so that we can grow business powerhouses that become national and international, because that's good not only for my community and the people who look like me, but the greater community. I've seen this time and time again, and that's what I want to see that from.
What I like most about SwitchYards is that you are surrounded by people who are building and bringing and building their dreams. And there's an intensity when you're working on your thing that's different when you're working on somebody else's thing. And so, Killer Mike, what I want you to coach us on, you are a master of pitching. You have sold hundreds of thousands of records. You have pitched a barbershop and persuaded me and the Atlanta Hawks to put the swag shop in State Farm Arena, which I still call Phillips Arena. You have persuaded Netflix that a vision for a show for you was the right thing and is phenomenally successful. Give it up for this show. Right now, I want to get in the zone for a minute, and I want you to think about the entrepreneurs that are in the audience. And I want you to take us to school on pitching when we get in the room. And give us advice about what you feel and what you go through when you get your shot.
Whoa. That's usually, I get anxiety. You can see I'm a little rocky and nervous and sweaty up here. I get anxiety, right? So before every show, I get nervous. And we rock a lot of shows. For people who don't know, you know, some people think, oh, it's Killer Mike, you used to do Outcast. Other people like, why have RTJ, fool? I've been a very successful rapper. Like last year, Jeremy Corbyn, who's like the UK's Bernie Sanders, introduced us to a crowd of 100,000 people, and we toured the UK to hell down. And we'll be back over there this summer doing it. So I tour relentlessly. I'm out. And I get nervous every time I have to pitch anything, right? We walked into Fox before we walked into Netflix. And we pitched something we didn't even know really how to describe to people, right? How do you describe? I want to, first of all, I'd like to reclassify gang members as a street fraternity, and I'd like to help them legitimize and somehow get into the corporate structure of capitalism. But when you say that, you got to imagine the white folks on the other side saying, like, what is that crazy? They lost his mind. But something about my music intrigued the heads over there to the point they gave us a shot. We produced something that I felt was a little too polished, a little too overproduced, and even though I got through the pitch and it was pitched successfully, mostly because my music reputation preceded me, I knew the product wasn't right. So harder than convincing people to believe in the dream that I saw, it was to then look at that dream and say to myself, I got that wrong. And that was more disappointing to me than the pitch, and not in a disappointing way like I was after that point I was hopeless, just like, what do I need to readjust to make this what I wanted to be? And what I understood is that I wasn't giving me, I was giving a version of me that was for television, but what I needed to not only pitch, but show people was this is really who I am. The brand of Killer Mike is this. Anybody who's ever known me or stopped me in the city knows you can stop me, we can have a conversation, I'll take a picture with you, we can argue and disagree. Afterwards, we can have a smoke and a coffee, and I don't smoke cigarettes. But I'm approachable in every way. And what we wanted to show was that this is Mike. So we took that same idea, right? Because I'm disappointed now. Now I'm just like, man, I ain't never gonna get on TV, dog. You know, a lot of people talk to themselves like, well, Lord, I tried. And my man Daniel Weidenfeld used to work over at Super Deluxe over on William Street. An amazing Ted Turner still affected my life. Of course, he started cartoon CBS and Cartoon Network. Daniel says, well, we can go to Netflix and let's talk about stripping the show. His older brother Nick said, let's strip it all the way down and let's repitch it to Netflix. And I said, well, I get a second shot at love, let's try it. We walked in there, and much like the illustration, I walked in a black t-shirt, a braided cap flipped up, a gold chain, like, hey, this is who I am. And what I want to do is take a microphone and cameras out to the general society, and I'd like to test these ridiculously absurd ideas, because I think we could possibly change the world. And they were like, let's stop. But they weren't at that about the idea, it was just the budget I turned in. It was like, we're going to greatly scale down budget, you guys won't be shooting on iPhones, but let's just say you won't have movie production quality. Which ended up working great for us, and we turned in a product that was very true to me, because I pitched who I really was. Now, that worked for me, but who your brand is or whatever you're representing is who you are when you go in that room. And Pinky wasn't afraid of the name Slutty V. Even though black people don't really like to say it, they can be pretty conservative, you know, white Jesus in the church. You know what I'm saying? We get a little afraid. People who watch my show got that joke. I know we watch. So our community gave her a little pushback, and then the great community was like, are you crazy? This is the greatest thing ever. We love Slutty V, such. Because she wrote it that hard all the way through. So when I did an episode about pornography and teaching people trade in pornography, that sounds ridiculous. With that said, test scores went up 70%. And unemployed people spend 70% of their time watching pornography, not trying to get a job. I was confident in my pitch because I believed in it. I was confident in endorsing Pinky because I saw her sell it to us. You're in that, my wife makes me watch Shark Tank a lot, right? And I be cheering for people, and then I noticed like, yeah, I be cheering for the losers a lot, right? And I was cheering for the people based on emotional things. No, I'm telling you, my wife started telling me, pay attention to this. Their stuff is already together. Wow. They know who they are. They came in t-shirts. Look at them. And that helped me in terms of pitching my thoughts and ideas because it made me confident. You have to walk in a room like this is the greatest idea you have ever heard. And if you don't like it, you will like it. Right? Now, that doesn't mean that they critiques doesn't mean anything. You're going to get some critiques that help sharpen the tip of your spear. And you should be accepting of those critiques. The ones that you don't need, you don't agree with, or that aren't true. Let me say that. The ones that aren't true, you filter out. But you take the critiques from these meetings and you sharpen your spear. I'm not afraid to hear no. Because for 10 years in regards to trigger warning, I heard no, maybe, no, nah, Negro please, right? I heard Byron Allen recently talk about the acquisition of the Weather Channel. But before he talked about acquiring the Weather Channel, he talked about what it was like to sell that show that he had on like 2, 3 in the morning. How he had built the show already. He had already contacted advertisers. He had already told the advertisers, look, I'm going to sell 50% of the advertising to the station. I'll buy the other 50%. So he went with a package to them. Hey, this is the package. This is how you make money. He said from 6 a.m. in the morning to 6 at night, 12 hours a day he was making calls. All he was getting was no. This Byron Allen. This man's been in TV 30 years. He's on TV with real people when I was a child. He was on TV on the comments. He's been on everything. And if they didn't have the ability to see his foresight, how can I expect them to see mine? It is my job to circumvent the no and help them see the yes. It is my job where if they don't believe in it in the offices, to take it to the campuses of Park and Morehouse and Georgia Tech and UGA and get children so excited about it that they can't ignore me. It's my job not to give up. It's my job to retreat, to refine, and to reintroduce. It is my job to convince them to open up their wallets and their pockets and to fund this idea that can radically change business or the world or our social environment. And if you don't have that passion, don't pitch. Hire someone to. Wow.
Being an entrepreneur and a visionary causes you to have setback moments. And so I just want you to open up and tell us about an important setback moment in your business career and talk to us about how you processed it and how you got it back together to get back in the game.
But before we get to my entrepreneurial business, let me tell you the biggest setback moment of my life has been in my reporting career. Right? I got a recording contract at a time where it was less by a parcel. So I have a main act, like Outkast, like Nelly, like Jay-Z, this budget, the guys have a record company, this is how the function will work. Well, that came at a time when the audience had got a little resentful of that. Like, because it just looked like the outside world. Oh, you're putting your homeboys on, right? So I suffered a little backlash. With that said, still did gold on the first record, still did well. But my career could have died as the guy that used to be without this. My career could have died right there, right? And I could have said, man, I was on the whole world, I got a Grammy in it. But I wanted to define who Michael Render was. Which is why on TV now, they don't announce me as Killer Mike, they announce me as Michael Render, professionally known as Killer Mike. Because I needed people to understand that you got me messed up. You think I'm just sidekicking? Oh, no, I can drive a car, sir. So I didn't care if it succeeded, if it failed. I cared that the world got to know me. I cared that I got to pitch who I honestly was to the world. So I went on a tangent of mixtapes called I Pledge Allegiance to the Grind. I redefined who I was to my audience and in their eyes. Around Pledge Street, Rolling Stone paid attention to a song called Ric Flair, called the top 50 song, one of the top 50 songs that year. William Street brought a record company, dusted it off, called it William Street Records, and gave me an opportunity to work with a guy named LP. We created a classic record together called Rap Music. My whole trajectory turned in a matter of 8 to 10 years, but it turned because I was relentless in defining who I was. Took 8 to 10 years in. I got a record deal in about 2003, 2002, 2003, came out with a record. I popped in 2012. After Rap Music, LP and I formed a rap group called Run the Jewels. Run the Jewels is 100% owned by us. We put out records for free. That is not the industry model. We break every industry rule. We tour relentlessly and we make millions of dollars. And that only happens because the setbacks never set me back all the way. Like, I got set all the way back, man, but I had to have, like, if you ever listen to the I Pledge Allegiance to the Grind series, if you listen to Pledge 2, the whole first speech has nothing to do with you, it's me. It's me talking to myself in the mirror out of quitting. It's Pledge 3, me telling my wife, you know, maybe I should be a preacher. You know what I mean? And her saying, Negro, please. You're gonna get back in the studio and make a record, and Tree Sound opening up their doors to me and allowing me that. And later on, William Street. So what I want to say about setbacks is, setbacks give you an opportunity to reset. Setbacks give you an opportunity to sit up, lick your wounds, rethink the attack process, and rethink. But you have to know that I am in this for the protracted struggle. You have to know that I am going to endure this campaign. You have to religiously and relentlessly believe in yourself in order for a setback to be a setup for a come up. That's what they used to say in the streets when this was a gambling house way back in the days. When you lost all your money, they tell y'all, man, a setback ain't never set up for a come up. You be like, you want all my money. So, and I really believe that with each setback, there's a lesson to be learned, right? With each failure, there's a lesson to be learned that can sharpen your spirit. So in business, before I came here, someone that my wife and I had just hired to do a job for us in terms of growing us from the social media aspect, in terms of running the shop, within a week of getting hired here, to say, well, I just can't do it. And I just can't do it for reasons that are going to be uncommented on because they didn't tell us, but I just can't do it. So my wife and I, again, I'm in the doghouse for real now. She ain't talked to me in a couple of days, I'll tell you that. My wife will tell me, she says, well, we still can talk about business, Michael, because her and Sam called me Michael. And she said, did you read that text? I said, yes, ma'am. Because I'm scared of her. And I said, yes, ma'am. And she said, so what do you think about it? I said, well, I'm very glad that person did not waste our time. I'm very glad they were honest and forward coming from the beginning. And even though this is a setback, we'll get it aboard and get on the hiring process next week. We get someone to fill that position, we'll go. And she said, that's exactly how I feel. I'd rather you be honest with me about the things that you cannot do than lie to me about the things you can. And that was the lesson of the day. Now, that was just the day. Now, tomorrow I may wake up to a new emergency. But the fact that that person can't do that job, I could have seen this, oh man, a world is always against me. And then, but now I'm in Phillips, State Farm to State Farm Arena. I have a partnership with the hub. Like, I have a duty to my brand and my business to not let pessimism get in the way of my optimism. I have a duty to find, the only person in my life I can't replace is my wife. God bless my children. the new you. I'm gonna get a new little Mike. I'll be like Frank on Shyness. You know what I'm saying? But I want us to have that mentality, right? That nothing is gonna stop. So, you know, the person that can't do the job, still love them, still like them, still wanna work within the company, but I'm glad that he told me he couldn't do that job so I can get about the business of being about my business. That's it, you know, and I hope it works out. I hope I get to hire someone in this room.
SwitchYards is a massive amount of collaboration between the businesses. You've done a great job with partnerships, whether it's the Netflix partnership, whether it's the Hawks partnership, whether it's the Run the Jewels partnership. Give us some quick insight into picking partners. What do you look for when you're deciding whether to affiliate your business with another entrepreneur?
Well, I'm trying to do a better job at being the best partner I can be. First of all, you want someone who simply states what they can do and does that. Right? This is what I can realistically do. And this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it to the very best of my ability. And we're going to sit down and we're going to figure out how to collaborate, how to grow that. But I don't want to work with people that overstate themselves. Because that's going to create a level of expectation from me and them that's going to come crashing down. And I'm not in business to fail, right? So in a partnership, and we partner with very large people in terms of corporations, we partner with just one-off artists. What I've found in partnerships is I work best with the people that say from the start, this is what we can do, this is what we can't do, right? That way I know our limitations going in and I don't expect more. And this is as a shop, we get to say, swag shop, this is what we do, this is what we don't do, this is what we're aspiring to do. I don't lie about our profit and loss sheets, don't lie about where we are. I look for people who are not going to lie to me. And I look for places that instinctively feel right for me, right? I had a major label recording contract with Columbia Records. Columbia Records has some of my favorite artists in the world, including but not limited to Nas, Beyonce, Juicy J, 3 6 Mafia, right? But working for them was radically different than listening to them. So I had to understand that I'm just like I couldn't work at AutoZone in advance, just like I couldn't keep a job in the city, I'm not meant to work for people. I'm going to show up late, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to care about your clock because that's your clock. But when I started working for myself, I started showing up on time. I was dressed right, you know what I'm saying? I didn't take no smokes or no drinks with no work. And I started to understand that what I wanted in a partner was someone that was reflective of who I was when I worked on my own. The reason I worked with the Hawks is the Hawks sat down with me at the time. The Hawks they invited us in. We were nervous as we could be, right? They basically said after we gave our pitch, we already were going to let you guys in. We just wanted to see if you were close. So thanks to Steve Cooley for that, and thanks to your office for that. But I gotta say, when I went in, I thought radically different than I came out. The Hawks were selling, I think, the 4th or 5th most in jerseys, but they weren't winning games. Now they could have been comfortable in that, you know, we sell starting Jackson jerseys, don't matter if we win it or not. But they told me that meaning, first off, we're determined to turn this league, to turn our team around. We're going to become perennial winners. We're going to do this in draft. This is what we're going to. So I'm sitting there like, as a Hawks fan who's lived through the disappointment of the Eastern Conference playoffs against the Celtics in 87 in that game. First of all, I was like, thank you, Jesus. My G. And then I was like, oh, we're being invited to a brand that's not only doing well, but they want to do better. And I wanted to be around that environment. And us being in that environment has grown us up as a business. So I look to partner with people I can learn things from. So not only people that are trustworthy, corporations that are trustworthy, but where I go and learn things. I also wanted to offer a piece of our culture to someone. I don't want to go into any partnership and only be a taker. What I like about young people, about millennials, about people that work in IT in particular, and creators, is they tell you, let me show you what I can do and how it'll affect you. And if you like that, then we'll move forward with business. I've had so many kids that started with drawing something for the swag shop or drawing something for Run the Jewels. We like the drawing like this, and we purchased it. This is now one of our shirts. This shirt was drawn by the owners of Melrose High, a guy named D-Map. His wife Kelly owned Melrose High. I said, hey man, we need a type of shirt. I always like the comb and the flag, and could you mesh them together? He put these together, didn't invoice me first, put it together, saw it, and said, send this man some money. right? He has become one of the most iconic sellers out of my shop simply because the young man did what he said he was going to do. He was trustworthy in what he did. And we slung more of these shirts out of State Farm Arena than I think any other shirt. So that's the marriage of a creative, a mid-level business, and a real corporation all working in this symbiotic relationship and working within this partnership for the better and the greater.
Last question, and then we go down. Y'all give it up for this guy. He's pouring it out tonight. If there's one piece of advice, something that you would want everybody who was here tonight to remember, they didn't remember anything else, what would that be?
I just want you guys to cooperate. I grew up in a time in Atlanta where white flight was happening, right? So we were moving to places and the white middle class and working class was moving out. Now kids, we liked each other, right? We were all listening to Uncle Luke, we were all listening to Public Enemy and NWA, but our parents were assholes. Let's just be frank, right? So our parents moved away, and it really took shows and concerts and clubs to kind of reintroduce us in college, to reintroduce us to each other. What I would like to see, at base minimum right now, as this room of people sit together who don't look alike, who are not from the same places, who are not of the same beliefs and religions, I want us to create a greater, and we've done a good job in Atlanta, a greater spirit of cooperation. I want us to become co-conspirators. I want for us to co-conspirate out of the creative and out of the intellectual and out of the private and public sectors how to keep a real working class and middle class in Atlanta. I want us to co-conspirator how to drive creatives and IP-based businesses here so that they're growing directly out of the city and not leaving our region. I need us to be co-conspiring to make this a more progressive and better city, not only demanding that of the public sector, but demanding it of the private sector, because we're going to give you the city to grow. We just want it to grow in a way that at the end of it, it looks more like the people in this room sitting next to each other and less these isolated pockets where we drive into downtown, meet for 8 hours and then drive away. So cooperation, cooperation, cooperation.
Ladies and gentlemen, Killer Mike. Michael Giovanni. Where's Carrie?
Hello.
Just saw Byron Amos come in the house. Carrie, come up here. Michael, so I'm gonna let you're gonna take over the Twitter portion, right? And I'm gonna hang out. I just wanted to shout you out. Carrie's amazing, everybody. Anybody in the SwitchYards community? I just wanted to shout you out. You are so wonderful.